Bye. I. Oh my god. Oh, what? Why can I hear myself? Okay, so I didn't know you could record voiceovers straight in the editing software I'm using, which is Adobe Premiere Pro. I thought I had to do Audacity first and then transfer over to here. So that's what that little ba at the beginning was. It was me not knowing what I was doing, but I think it was kind of funny. Anyways, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are renovating. I say we are basically rebuilding Elixirs and Brews here in Glimmerbrook. I didn't like how it looked before, but I don't like how anything in The Sims 4 looks. No, that's a lie. I really like Willow Creek. This is only my second YouTube video, but I'm just going to tell you guys now, I'm going to pretty much be obsessed with Willow Creek because it's my favorite place to build in. It's my favorite world in The Sims 4. My next build will be a Willow Creek build, but there's no bars in Willow Creek, so... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is the first video in a series I'm doing, which is called Bar Crawl Builds, where we will be renovating every world in The Sims 4 in the packs that I have, which is most of the ones that come with worlds, just because, you know, they're the cool packs. But I don't have Strangerville or Cottage Living or Snowy Escape, so not all the worlds. I have a good chunk of them, just not all of them. But a thing about the build is none of those woods match. They're all like very slightly off, so just ignore it. We pretend we do not see it, which is I don't want to say what that is. It's kind of a bad view to have, but you know. Here I am doing the bathrooms. I really wanted to use those stalls, so I was kind of getting frustrated with the floor plan. But then I ended up using move objects to fit in 2 bathroom stalls rather than just one. And I feel like it definitely helped the floor plan come together faster because then I knew where to put the sinks. I abandoned the bathrooms halfway through and then I come back to them at the end of the video and fix them up. But I got bored of doing them, so I jump ship and leave, which is kind of how I am when I get bored of things. I'll just leave, but yeah, don't do that. It made my work history really bad, but you know, I'm a dummy. But I'm still pretty young, so I have time to learn, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm learning how to edit videos. So the quality jump from the last video to this video, I feel like it's going to be pretty drastic, especially since I know how to equalize the audio a bit more. Like last time, the intro was just loud as all hell, and then my voiceover was really quiet. But this time, it's going to sound way different. But here you can see me adding a little back porch. Well, I already did, but I like how that one looks way better than how it did before. But it also makes the roof look kind of silly. I don't add thin's roofs ever, but we're not on the roof, we're on the inside now. And here I'm adding like an archway. So sort of break it up and make it more closed concept. I like how it looks. Like I really like how the bar ends up looking. I don't know if it fits in with the world of Glimmerbrook, but Glimmerbrook is kind of a really ugly world. Well, no, it's not an ugly world. I think it's a really beautiful world, and I'm probably going to get rid of all the wizard and stuff and make it into like the town from Twilight, because that's like the forest is perfect for it. But the builds that were there before, not good. They kind of match, but only because they're all funny looking. But this is old news. Realm of Magic has been out for how long now? So there's nothing I can say that hasn't been said about this game pack already. But I really like how the build turned out. We're like not even halfway through the video yet, but I'm already running out of things to talk about. But yeah, I'm doing the build series, which is kind of funny because I've never been in a bar before. Well, technically I have. Okay, so I went on a road trip with my mom, and we were at the city I grew up in, and we went to go pick up my brother. He was playing pool at this place that served pizza. So in my mind, I was like, this is a pizza place. So I go with my mom, and we walk right in, walk past the bar that has bottles of alcohol in the back, and I'm kind of dumb, and I just walk in all happily, and I was like 16 at the time, and I look fairly young, and I looked even younger back then, so the bartender, when she saw me, she kind of did like a death stare, but I hid my face a bit because I get shy when people look at me. So we were talking to my brother, and then she comes up to me and she's like, "I'm sorry, can I see your ID?" And then I look around, and then I finally get the hint that this isn't a pizza place, this is a bar. And I was really embarrassed, and all I said was, "Oh my god, I'm not supposed to be in here." So I ran out, but when I ran out, I didn't tell my mom, so she didn't notice that I left. But then, like, she came out like 5 minutes later, and I was standing outside the car waiting, and I was like, you know that was a bar? And she was like, "Oh my god, was it?" She didn't know either, but that's pretty funny. But that's like the only experience I have with bars, so I don't know why I'm doing like a bar crawl build series, but I like making them, and I feel like the difference in quality between this bar and the one I'm gonna be finishing on will be pretty drastic. The next bar I'm gonna be doing is the Agave Abode in Oasis Springs. That's my favorite bar in the entire game. Like, I don't really think it even has to be fixed because it's kind of, I feel like it's one of the only EA builds that's perfect the way it is. Well, not perfect, but still pretty awesome. But here you can see me adding curtains to the, like, not just the windows, but also the doors, because I didn't like how it just looked with it open. I wanted it to have curtains, sort of make it look better, more cluttered. I ended up picking these ones from Cats and Dogs, but I changed the swatch towards the end of the build. Oh yeah, I think I should mention now is that the end of the build, like the video clips at the end of the video, aren't going to look exactly like the build does now, because I went in off camera and like switched some stuff up, made it look better. Like, well, not better, but better than how it did before. Like, just added more stuff, more clutter. I also changed the front porch, because like I didn't change it drastically. I just changed the furniture that was out front, just stuff that wasn't so boring. Because I looked at the reference image, because this bar is actually, like, the exterior at least is very loosely based off a real bar in Washington State in the United States, in the USA. It's Cougar Bar and Grill, I'm pretty sure. But you could Google it, and you can see that the exterior of the Elixirs and Brews and the exterior of that bar are very similar. But I really liked how it turned out, and I also switched the lighting out for these ones, and I really, really like the lighting. I think it made the bar, like, made everything come together really nicely. And it wasn't even done yet, but I really liked how it turned out. At least with the lighting, because I wanted it to have really warm lighting. Like, I used the subtle saucer lights for everything, and after a while, neutral toned white lights they get kind of boring. And yeah, but I really like how it turned out, especially with these lights. And then I get rid of that like pretty quickly after here, and I also rearranged the game room after I add windows, because I realized I didn't add windows. So I'm doing this voiceover, and I don't know, like, how to do voiceovers. Like, I have Audacity, and I did record a voiceover in there, but then I kept pausing and then talking again, and I didn't want there to be long extended pauses, so I just, like, cut out all the pauses, but then the audio didn't line up with what was happening in the build, and I was talking pretty much exclusively about the build, or the renovation, so then I was like, none of this lines up. Crap. So it was like 10 minutes worth of voiceover footage after it all got cut up, and it didn't fit the video at all. Like, it was about the video, but it didn't sync up with what was happening. So I ended up switching it out. But now I'm recording straight in Adobe and just kind of going with, like, whatever happens. With my first video here, like the last video I uploaded, I recorded it with Windows Voice Recorder. So I couldn't edit anything. It was just how it came out. And, I don't know. With what I had, it's not that bad. I primarily did that video to get used to, like, how Adobe works, because I've been a Windows Movie Maker kid since I was a child. I used to animate in Windows Movie Maker with Paint, Microsoft Paint, It was as hard as it sounds like it would be, but it was a lot of fun. Very fond memories, and it's weird to think that when I was a kid, I'd sit there for hours on end and animate in Paint. I can't even animate with animation tools now because I'm lazy, but I don't know. That has nothing to do with the build, but here I am doing landscaping. I don't do landscaping, but I wanted it to match the surrounding area a bit better than how it would if it wasn't landscaped. But then I noticed there was a trail going around the thing, and I was like, well, it wouldn't be completely covered in forest. So the original intention was to put something back there in the grass, but then I forgot. But that's alright. But I'm finding more clutter for the front. I was going to add those all over the... I don't know what to call those, so I'll just call them the railings. But then I ended up not doing that. I also switched around the decor on the inside. Added a mat there for the bar employees so they wouldn't hurt their feet. Even though I know they're Sims, they can't feel pain, but it's the thought that counts. And added coat rack. As you can see there, really a while ago, I was going to add a shoe rack. Ended up not doing that because if you go to a bar, unless it's stated otherwise, you don't really take off your shoes. And I was just looking for more clutter and stuff. Ended up putting that back there. I kind of viewed it as a storage place where the bar employees can grab stuff, but it's mainly there just for decorations purposes, but you're not really going to be playing in that weird room because that's just where the mixologist goes, so I didn't want to clutter it up too much. And then I wanted the back bar area to look more busy. Well, not busy, but have more stuff in it. And then I added that doctorate from Get to Work to sort of act like a business license. I wish Get to Work came with a business license decoration, just because it's a added bit of realism. Because if you have a business that doesn't have a business license on display or a food handling permit, it's gonna get shut down right away. So here I am finishing up the bathrooms, and then we're coming up on the end of the build here really quick with the little videos. So I think I will sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be we'll be back with another video. Okay, so I lied. The video is not over. We actually had a minute left of recording time. So here you can see me repainting the walls outside, but I immediately regretted it and went back to how they were before. And then I add a little bit extra stuff. But I'm just going to say now that at the videos at the end aren't going to look like how it is on the inside, because I forgot to decorate the hallway for the bathrooms, and then also it sort of added more furniture to the front of the build. But here I am actually coming up on the end of the video now, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.